What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Another good day at the gym. I'm on my way out to the bowling alley. There should be some relatively fresh oil out there today because of last night's league. So today is going to be a good day to really kind of dial in my benchmark equipment. If you guys were watching yesterday's vlog, or should I say the previous vlog, you would know that I recently got a new ball that is looking pretty good with a lower flare layout on it. So I'm going to head out there and we're going to kind of compare my benchmark balls to each other, see if I need to keep all three shapes or if I can eliminate one of them out of my 6-ball arsenal. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, so we are at the bowling alley, and if you guys remember my previous vlogs, I've got two different solids I've got in my arsenal right now. So originally I had the Joker solid symmetrical ball, strong layout, really good ball early, strong throughout, and then the asymmetric Big Bro jacked. Pretty good, strong, solid ball. I've got that in there as well. This one's going to stay because it's asymmetric. It's going to come down to between these two balls, I think. Now, I am going to give you some more information. This ball that I've just got is the Swagger Bomb. It is a new release coming up from Swag. The worldwide release date of this ball is going to be the 13th of February, so that's not too far away. I'll have more information on the ball review video coming up probably just prior to the release date. So the general idea here is going to be throwing several shots with both balls, trying to see if there's enough difference between each ball to maintain both those balls in my arsenal, or if one ball's looking better than the other and gives me either more flexibility or less flexibility than the other. So that's going to require me to move all across the lane, you know, keep my hand behind the ball, get around the ball, that kind of stuff. So should be a good time for you guys to watch. Okay, so we're going to get started with the Joker. Stay behind the ball, play further right, start getting around it, start moving in. And again, I'm just looking for the shape it creates in both situations and whether or not it's going to stay in the bag or be replaced by the bomb. So let's see what we get. Overall, not a bad start. So keep in mind, what I'm bowling on right now is the leftover league shot from last night, and Tuesday nights out here is kind of more like a fun style league. So, you know, a lot of plastic and stuff goes down the lane. But the back ends are still pretty crispy, pretty fresh. And what I'm looking for is a ball that's going to control that back end friction when the pattern is fresh. So what you can see right now with this Joker, when I stay behind it and try and square my angles up, it still comes off that spot pretty hard, which is great if I'm opening my angles on a fresh pattern and I need that ball to get back from a solid. That's great. If I'm trying to square everything up, not so great. I'm going to move left, start getting around it, and you'll really start to see just how much this ball can shape off of the back end when it's really fresh. Okay, so we made some pretty decent shots there. Like I said, keep in mind the back ends aren't 100% fresh, so you know what you're seeing right now is with the back ends, you know, with a little bit of carry down, I'm sure, from all the house balls. But you can kind of get the idea of this was a fresh oil pattern, nothing on the back end at all. This Joker ball would really get up and take off the friction. Now, this ball is very early, very strong, so it likes to hook really early. And when you're in a heavy oil environment, that's what you need. Now, just keep in mind, if you're on a lighter oil pattern, this ball might not be the best ball to choose. That's where this Swagger Bomb hopefully is going to come in. I'm going to throw it now, same area of the lane, staying behind it, same area of the lane, getting around it, and hopefully you'll be able to see just how much different this ball shapes compared to the Joker. Okay, so there is several shots with the Swagger Bomb. Now keep in mind, I did put a different layout on this ball. And if you compare what I have on the Joker to what I have on the Swagger Bomb, totally different layouts. So the Joker is a 4-inch pin to PAP with a pin 2 inches above the PAP to ring finger line. The Swagger Bomb is a 4.5-inch pin to PAP with the pin 1 inch above that pin to ring finger line. What that means is the Swagger Bomb is going to have less differential because the core is standing more vertical, and with that pin closer to the line when it gets off the back of the pattern, it's not going to do anything too extremely drastic, and you could see it there hopefully. I actually moved a few boards to the right. I moved everything back to the right, and when I tried to play out there, you could see that Swagger Bomb really was trying to hold line. So if I get that ball in an environment where there's a lot more volume, I'm going to be able to take that ball and really square up with it. And on the shots that you saw where I was around the side of the ball and I moved left, you could just see it off the back of the pattern. It wasn't doing too much, which again, is going to be a good ball to use in an environment where, let's say, I'm looking for a little bit more control off the back of the pattern, but maybe the fronts aren't necessarily very fresh, or there's not a ton of oil in the fronts. I can go to this ball, stand a bit further left, throw it to the right, know that it's going to come back in a lighter oil environment with a bit more force. If I was to throw the Joker in that same scenario, the Joker would just be way too much ball. Now just keep in mind, with either of these two balls, I could always change the surface on them. But the difference in layout is going to make a big difference in whether or not that surface actually does enough for you to get a good look on a particular sport pattern and be able to score with it. You know, taking that Joker ball and, let's say, putting less surface on it to maybe 4,000 grit, 5,000 grit, yes, that's going to give that ball more length, but because of how much it's flaring, when it gets to the spot, it's going to make it want to drive a lot harder off the spot. If I was to rough that ball up, it would make it hook even earlier, which theoretically is going to make it smoother off the back end of the pattern. That Swagger Bomb, if I was to rough that ball up, similar to the Joker, it would hook a little sooner and be smoother off the back. If I was to shine it up, I would really be able to square my angles up and make that ball get off the friction with my rotation that I have on the ball. Well guys, thanks for joining me for today's practice. Overall, I feel pretty good about the shapes I've got in my ball bags now for my tournament arsenal. I'm gonna try to not add any more. You know, one of the things I want to get away from is having way too many balls, so I don't get in that scenario of just, you know, switching balls and basically trying a different ball, maybe because I threw a bad shot or something like that, or maybe something's not working. I want to make sure I understand the arsenal that I have, what balls play best against what other ball in the bag, and that way I kind of know how to work through my arsenal when I'm in a tournament. Please leave a like on the video and comment below what your tournament arsenal looks like, how many balls you bring with you to each tournament, and also which ball is your most favorite ball in your tournament bag. I'll see you guys in the next video.